4 years and 2 generations later, the M1 MacBook Air is still the best value laptop you can buy. Except you can't buy it. How's it going, man? Excuse me. Do you guys still sell M1 MacBooks?
M2.
Just 2 and 3?
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. And those are over here? With the release of the new M3 chip, the M1 MacBooks got phased out of Apple's retail lineup, which is good news and bad news. The good news is that the M1s should be cheaper than they've ever been. The bad news is they're a little harder to get. But I'm not paying $1,000 for 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of single NAND SSD storage. No, I'm gonna go digging. Everything I've read online says to just go with Apple refurbished, that it's worth it for the warranty and the peace of mind that that provides. Let's see. All right, so here we are at Apple refurbished. We can go into MacBook Air and a 2020 release date. And the cheapest option is a base model 8 gigabytes of RAM, 256 gig SSD for $760. Say you want 16 gigs of RAM. Go straight up to $1,250. Okay, this has a terabyte SSD. I kind of get it, but $1,300 is insane. Like, you can get an M3 with 16 gigs of RAM. Granted, it's 256 gigs of storage, but still for only $40 more, you're getting a brand new chip and the same amount of RAM. That's insane. Refurbished MacBooks cost way too much. I'm a pass. The next option was Walmart, because I saw in the Everyday Dads video that Walmart was the best place to buy M1 MacBooks.
Surprisingly enough, the best place to buy this brand new today is not from Apple, it's not from Best Buy, it's not from Amazon, it's from Walmart.
So I checked it out, and they don't sell them either. Excuse me?
Yeah.
Do you guys sell M1 MacBooks?
Yeah, sold online only. Look.
Only online? Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. Thank you. Then I checked the website, and at first I was like, hell yeah, there's a bunch of refurbished MacBooks here. Assuming that Walmart had their own kind of geek squad that refurbishes MacBooks, they don't. Apparently, Walmart is doing their best Amazon impersonation. They have a bunch of listings by independent sellers, and it's all just fulfilled by Walmart. I haven't looked too far into their policies around this, but I personally wouldn't trust it. The only listing that was actually a new product from Walmart was a base M1 MacBook Air for $699, which is a solid deal, by the way, way cheaper than Apple refurbished, and you're getting a brand new device. But I know for what I'm gonna be doing, I need 16 gigs of RAM, so I just kept that option in my back pocket. The last place I checked was eBay, but if I'm being completely honest, that was the first place I checked. If you know me, I'm pretty notorious for using eBay to buy a lot of my stuff. Every camera and lens that I've ever bought, besides this Tamron, was from eBay. This A7C, my A7 III before that, my A6300 before that, the A6000 I got for my dad, my Ricoh GR, and a Nikon D3200, along with a bunch of lenses for each of them. I don't have a problem. The thing I love about eBay is the fact that even if the seller doesn't accept returns, eBay always protects the buyer if the item you get isn't exactly what the description said. This can make selling on eBay a little bit sketchy. I have been scammed before, but for buying, I love eBay. This video isn't sponsored, but hey man, eBay, I love you. So I scoured eBay for weeks, looking through listing after listing, descriptions and photos, making a watch list as long as mine. From the pictures, I could more or less see the physical condition of each item. The thing I was more worried about was the battery. So I contacted a few sellers to ask them about what their battery cycle count was and what the max capacity was. But they both came back to me with some really sketchy answers about how they couldn't guarantee that the item in the picture was the one that I was gonna get, and not having the actual stock on hand to be able to check those kind of stats. So I got really sussed out by those guys. But as long as you use common sense, take your time, you'll be fine. So I kept going and eventually found this listing. Decent price with the specs I was looking for, looks to be in good physical condition, description says 20 battery cycles, and is under Apple Care until June 2025, which I took as this laptop just had a battery replacement done by Apple, which I'm totally cool with. And the seller had 100% positive feedback. I mean, in the meantime, I was getting sale offers from those original few listings that I contacted for like 5% off of their listings. Desperate. I was already leaning towards this other one, so I figured why not just send them a lowball offer and see if they accept. So I offered $715 plus tax, and they accepted. Let's unbox it. All right, here it is. Comes with a MacBook box. Here it is. Ooh, wow, it's so clean. There's a little bit of sticker residue, but nothing you can't take off. Look, I mean, there's no dings whatsoever. There's a tiny little bit of scuffing around the USB-C port, but even then, just one of them. The bottom's perfect. Look at this. My hands are so sweaty. Forgive me. Designed by Apple in California. We all know how this goes. No charger. Oh my God, it's so clean. There's literally nothing wrong with it at all. There isn't even shininess on the keycaps. The screen is perfect. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's perfect. It's perfect. I got a deal. eBay does it again. Clap it up. Clap it up one time. One more time. Sponsor me. So overall, buying a used MacBook on eBay was a huge win for me. I saved a bunch of money, got a great product, and learned a lot in the process. I've been using this thing way more than I even originally expected. I just wanted something that I could write scripts on or edit thumbnails away from my desk with. But this thing is so powerful, I can actually edit and color grade full videos on it too. So it's safe to say I'm pleasantly surprised by its performance. Would I recommend you dive into the used tech market? Yes. Is it scary? Yes. Just do your research, don't be afraid to ask questions, and don't rush the process. Going through listings with a fine-tooth comb will really pay off in the long run. Now I want to hear from you guys. Have you guys ever bought used electronics from eBay? Has anybody bought from Walmart? Drop your stories in the comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more content in the very near future, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.